Hello and welcome to the cryptocurrency news channel. I'm going to talk about Uniswap today, and the UNI token has plunged, mainly because one, it got overhyped, but this article could have a point that they are fearing regulatory crackdown, especially in the light of BitMEX, because BitMEX just got owned by the CFTC. The SEC, the CFTC, the DOJ, or all of the above could eventually go after DEX, decentralized exchange. Now, that will be a bit harder because they are decentralized and there's no central governing body. So there's not like a CEO, a COO, or some master scam artist that you actually go after. And it's a lot more anonymous in terms of a DEX exchange. A country can't actually shut down a DEX. You can geofence the nodes and force people to go VPN route, which most people will not actually do. That's why a lot of China isn't in crypto, because they don't allow centralized exchanges, and most people aren't going to use the VPN to actually hop the wall. So the thing is, Uniswap tokens has plunged. It's gone from a high of 850, now it's trading below $4. Now, a lot of that, most of that is due to the Bitcoin drop in the recent couple of days. Some of it is actually due to Uniswap just being overpumped, but some of it is probably due to the fears of regulatory crackdown on DEXs or geofencing of DEXs, because if you take away the liquidity, then Uniswap becomes not nearly as useful. Also, like, a lot of the DeFi stuff is actually centralized. Even though they call it DeFi, it's actually centralized. So if the regulatory authorities crack down on that, that would hurt Uniswap and Ethereum. So Uniswap's UNI token has taken a hit over the past few days. It's definitely not the only crypto currently plunging lower because of the market. The recent news regarding the CFTC's decision to pursue criminal charges against BitMEX creators has contributed to the entire market's recent weakness and may be sparking some concerns among investors in governance tokens. I think people are going to soon realize that governance tokens are a little bit overpriced. You're basically just paying for the right to actually govern these liquidity pools. But remember, some of these so-called DeFi projects and liquidity pools, they actually do have God keys, so your governance tokens don't really mean all that much. Uniswap, I don't believe, is one of those. One trader explained in a recent tweet that it is naive to believe that regulators won't eventually come after decentralized trading platforms like Uniswap. And they may well go after the node operators and force them to shut down. And that would actually cause a lot of congestion and a lot of problems for Uniswap. As such, some investors may be taking some money off the table in anticipation of a regulatory crackdown. But like I said, a regulatory crackdown against DEXs is much harder, which could be adding some sell-side pressure to Uni's order books. I think when this regulatory crackdown actually comes, we'll get to see which ones are truly decentralized and which ones are actually centralized. Because if you're centralized, it's much easier for them to come and get you. If regulators take any further actions against crypto exchanges, and especially decentralized ones, Uniswap token could be hit hard. At the time of the writing, Uniswap's token is down 8% at its current price of $3.90. This is around the price at which it has been trading at throughout the past several days and weeks. Buyers have been unable to gain control of its midterm trend ever since it peaked at highs of 850. It just got overpumped, essentially. And each rebound in the time following the descent from these highs has been short-lived and followed by seeing further downside. Now, I do think BitMEX's troubles has actually caused some fears, but I do think most of it is just because the market actually has been bad and Uniswap did actually get overpumped. That's why it's down over 50% from its highs. So the issue with that is, like I said, it's much harder to go after DEXs than centralized exchanges, but they can geofence them. And if you geofence the major countries, they won't have nearly as many participants, and they will actually drop in liquidity. Because a lot of those people are just in it for degenerate gambling gains, and many of them have actually lost. And based on that, I don't think they'll take great pains to actually go hop over a wall if you actually implement one. So there is some legitimate fear for Uniswap holders, but I still don't think it's mainly due to the fear of the BitMEX lawsuit. But decentralized exchanges and decentralized users should actually pay attention to this stuff, because I bet the authorities will actually start forcing node closures in some of your countries. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think, like and subscribe, and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.